Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dale campaign for Dawnless Days. We've managed to recapture Minas here, and we sacked Ray and Brad from Dol Guldur. However, they in turn retaliated and sacked Barding's Neck. And they then decided to just fortify right next to the settlement. I'm not quite sure why, but our garrison is very slowly replenishing, might I add. Do we need to repair? They're not repairing on their own, so we might actually need to sort that out. But our income, or our economy, was not very good. We had a garrison building in Danmar, and a couple of recruitment buildings in Esgroth and Dale, which in turn were costing us about 600 upkeep per turn. So we've demolished them for now. I don't think we're going to need them. Our main focus is the Easterlings, which are far to the south, and Dol Guldur we're just going to try and sort of hold off. The elves are moving down, so I'm hoping they'll be able to deal with them. And then if we can just try and defend our territories, we should be okay. So we don't really need those. So we are going to build other buildings in time. Now, we're also ever so slightly improving control in southern Rovanion. But there's a couple of buildings that I would like to build that would make a lot of money. So we do have an iron mine in Minas here, which costs 1100 and it gives us 200 wealth. There's a bit of reduction in recruitment cost and resource production as well. So that should improve our trade. So we're going to grab that. I would also like to try and get the Shepherd up, because that is a very good building, as we found out from our Gondor campaign. Obviously, the basic fields gives you 50 wealth and then 40 additional wealth, or plus 20 additional wealth for every level of fertility. And now, granted, the fertility level here is very poor, so we're only getting an extra 40 from it. However, if we build the Shepherds, that jumps up to 300 wealth and then 80. So it's a huge increase, and it's only 2,200. We are short by about 300 gold. So we're going to go begging to our friendly neighbours for a bit of money. Now, I think we've got enough, but it's a bit of a cheat, I suppose. Oh, they're nearly there. But we've got 600 there from Erebor and Anduin Vale. 300 each. So that's something you can sort of do. If you leave it, I think you could probably do it maybe every 10 or 15 turns. They'll give you a little top up, which certainly helps and is something we desperately need. But yeah, in 2 turns, we're going to be getting an extra around 500 gold per turn. So that's going to make a huge improvement. Oh, that is a huge improvement. Now, at the minute, our spy isn't doing an awful lot.
Let's go.
They did have a full stack. I think it's pulled back to, yeah, Tolerant.
Quickly now.
So let's keep in our settlement for now. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, though. I'm sure in Northern Rovanion we were getting +1. And now it's just gone back to minus. But we will... Yeah, let's repair the fields. We do have enough to repair that. And then we'll see what happens when we've built these buildings. But I want to try and move Norwich to Fennis Gondran and recapture that. Although they do have Lokrim Storm Riders. So that is their tier 4 heavy cav. And they are a very strong unit. But at the minute, it's still our settlement building and our port. So it would be nice to try and take that back before they convert all the buildings. If we leave, though, yeah, it drops to -2. That's the unfortunate thing. Right, it's end turn anyway. We're not doing anything else. Oh, Bard, you've ranked up. You are the governor, aren't you? So we've got influence and tax rate. That gives us, what, an extra 20? No, 10 gold. Not a huge amount. Construction cost would be pretty good. But then I suppose we need influence as well to counteract. Yeah, we'll grab that. What are we at? Yeah, ours is still going up, so that's good. Because at the minute that's giving us... No, that's only -2. That's not terrible then. And the instability is at -3, but that's going down -1 per turn. So in 3 turns we'll be stable again. So that's okay. We do also have a rebellion. Oh, there we go. In the Canaan Heartlands, or Hinterlands. Oh, and we just ranked up to level 2 dominance as well. That's great. So now we can get a second governor. Defeat the following army in battle. Spawn of the Necromancer. Where's that army? Yeah, we won't be defeating that. We cannot defeat that anytime soon. We have no armies near there. And the only army that we do have, which is Brands, will definitely not be able to defeat that. If it was the Ravagers, that would be better. Right, technology. What else have we got? We get +5 food or +1 control. Campaign movement range, attrition, or recruitment cost. That's not bad. We're not doing an awful lot of recruitment right now, though. Corruption -5% of current value. How bad is our corruption? Oh god, it's -32% to our income. So that's quite a bit. I suppose is that across the board as well? That's going to be the same in most settlements, isn't it? Yeah, 32%. It's probably even worse down here. No, it's still 32. Taxes is at 35 though. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Southern Ravanian -48. Got no chance. Right. I think what we probably want to do is grab the +1 control for finishing these. So we're unlikely to do any recruitments, but it's going to take 9 turns to finish these 3, so we'll get this one first. And then if we do actually need to recruit anyone, at least we're going to make use of that 5% reduction. So Northern Ravanian's actually stable now. We're getting +1 control per turn. Supply station as well. It's sort of irrelevant right now. In this region, we're just not going to be doing a lot of fighting here, are we? But I suppose it's +10 campaign movement range for our armies in this province. +10% wealth from agricultural buildings as well, which we will be building. The shepherd's actually only 189 here as well, so that's pretty cheap. So we should definitely prioritise that next turn. I think short term what we want to do is focus on money. So we're going to grab a workshop there. Well, we haven't got enough to get anything else yet. But we're probably going to grab workshops in the other settlements north as well. Try and fill in those blanks. Now, again, if we leave, yeah, it's still going to be -2. Alright, they've only got 8 units. How long are we holding out for? 3 turns before we suffer any attrition. They've only got 8 units. I think if they attack, we might be able to win that. Of course, we can't actually see what they've got, which is a shame. But it's a walled settlement. We're going to have an Onager 8 units. Or 7, sorry. Yeah, we've got 3 turns to wait first, so we'll give them 3 turns, see if they actually attack us. If they don't, then we're going to have to sally out and attack them. These are also very close to Barding's Neck, which does make me a little concerned. Right, Wooden Realm, you are still going for them. Erebor. Are you able to provide war coordination targets per faction, or is it just one for all your allies? Yeah, just for your allies, okay. Yeah, I think right now then that is probably the priority. However, because Dale, I assume they don't have military access. Oh, they do have military access, okay. So they can go through. They're just not doing a lot. Or at least from what I can see. So we're just going to have to wait. Elves could attack them next turn, but again, we're just going to have to wait to see what they do. Oh, of course, we can assign a province, can't we? So Southern Ravanian is definitely where we want to assign a governor. That's the wrong button. I've also forgot to do the offices as well. So, King Brand. I'll tell you what, how good are you as a governor? You're pretty good. He's got 6 governance. He's got 4 command, which is pretty good as well. 2 authority. I'm just thinking, should we be using him as a governor instead? He doesn't give any control though, that's the downside. And we really need control. Upkeep -9, that's quite good. It's a shame about the campaign movement range, but it is only 2%. It's not going to be a huge amount. Let's have a look at the other guys. What we've got, Weslid. He's -2 control, so he's never going to become a governor. We do not want him. Vidigavia, I love that name. That's such a cool name. Upkeep cost for cavalry, +1 influence, and plus 10% wealth. He's not bad as a governor. We've got Hermgard. He's got +1 control as a governor. That's not bad. And then Germund as well. Construction cost, influence, and tax rate. Okay, again, he's not a terrible governor. I'm going to go with Hermgard, I think, because he gives us a +1 control. So we're going to stick him in Southern Rovanian. And then what we can do is give it the +3 control edict, which then will allow us to move out. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, really? How is it still -1? Oh, yes, because the edict hasn't kicked in yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's fine. So next turn, it'll go back up to 2. And now we are starting to replenish in Dorwinian. So if we force march, we should have enough movement to attack Fenris Gondra next turn. And hopefully they won't have any other garrison units. That'll be good to reclaim that. It does have silk as well, which is quite a good resource for trading. Next turn, they're going to finish, so we're going to get a nice boost to our income. Northern Ravanian has pretty much stabilised. Influence shift. I think we're only losing -2 to non-faction influence, so we're going to change that to the +3 control edict as well. And then I want to see if that affects the influence that we've got. So currently ours is going up, but now we've changed edict. I'm interested to see what effect that will have. Right, and now we can end turn. Oh, interesting. They're attacking Bardin's Neck again. It's a shame that our units haven't replenished more. I mean, if you watched the battle last episode, we were so close to winning the battle. And our ranged units, actually, I've only just noticed, for whatever reason, are at half health. And they're routed at full strength. We probably could have won if they actually held. But I think we've got so few troops here, we won't be winning this one. And they will just rout. Which is a real shame. And I imagine they're probably going to take the settlement as well, maybe. Given that there's not much to it. But we'll have to wait and see. The towers do a lot of damage. That is something that really does help us out.
Our general is being attacked! Keep him alive!
I don't know why the archers have to do that weird thing where they sort of move around. They could just shoot.
The men
it's
are
not bad.
wavering!
Don't waver. Just stand your ground. Oh,
Our men flee the field of battle!
our men are
This is a
fleeing.
shameful display!
Do not flee. Come on.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives!
Yeah, it's going to be another loss, unfortunately.
The men have thrown down their weapons and are fleeing!
I still am really pissed off. Excuse my French, from the first battle. I will not be getting over that anytime soon. We had two full units of archers, and one of the archers still had some ammunition. We could have killed their general, and we probably could have routed the other units with the towers. In hindsight, maybe I could have recruited another general and kept him in there. But even then, we're not guaranteed that we'd win with just one general unit. And our general as well costs, what, about 400 gold? So it would have eaten into our upkeep. Interesting, they haven't taken it. They've just sacked it again. But this time they are losing units. They're still raiding. And we're still replenishing. So, I mean, if they want to keep rinsing and repeating this, then I'm okay with that. It looks like the elves... Did they win that fight? It's hard to tell. And to be honest, Dol Guldur got absolutely smashed. I mean, they lost a lot of their army. No, they must have won that, surely. They've still got loads of units that are at full strength. So they must have... Well, no, because if they won, then... Wasn't the Nazgul in the settlement? So he would have died. Yeah, and the settlement hasn't been sacked. So I wonder if the elves must have lost that fight. How odd. I thought the elves would absolutely annihilate them. But they haven't, they've been beaten back. Well, that doesn't bode well for us. Right, our spy Vidagavia has leveled up. What do we want you to do? Like I say, you're not that good, to be honest. I mean, you are just a spy. I shouldn't expect too much from you. Yeah, I mean, how much is our general unit? Let's have a quick look. 332. 420 even for Norwich. So yeah, we're looking probably about 380, 400. That's going to be a third of our income, and we just can't afford... I can't afford to give that up right now. We need all the money we can muster. However, what we can do is attack Fenris Gondrant, which is exactly what we're going to do. So they've only got one unit, which is their general unit. However, it is a tier 4 cavalry unit. We do have a lot of spears, so we should be okay. But they will have the arrow towers as well, won't they? So we're going to take a few casualties, I think. But then we have quite a few ranged units. So let's see where the general sets up, shall we? Oh, we can't see. Okay. Well, if we go through this entrance here, we should avoid this tower at least. If we attack this entrance or this entrance, we're going to have to go through all 3 towers at some point. So if we can make it here and destroy this one at least, that'll be a start. So that's what we're going to do. So you guys swap to flaming shot. Spears in behind. Cavalry, you're not going to be doing an awful lot. Are the Bardings not got more range than the Yeomen? No, they're exactly the same. Oh, wow. They both have 17 ammunition as well. Interesting. I honestly thought the Bardings would be far better, to be fair. Either more ammunition or further range, maybe. I mean, a tier 1 and a tier 4 unit. That seems a bit odd. Alright, let's start the battle. Where is the General?
The enemy should know when the
We can't
odds
see
are
him.
hopeless.
Fair enough. We haven't really got any unit that can form... Well, I suppose they can form shield wall. That's only going to give them around 50 missile block chance, though. Which I suppose is better than nothing, isn't it? So let's send a unit in. I'm going to try and avoid as many casualties as possible on the archers. Right, you guys just stand there. And we'll move in here. And then you all shoot the watchtower. Oh god, that's a lot of fire damage. I killed it instantly. Right, you guys move up as well. Let's do the next one.
We have destroyed the enemy tower.
We might as well get these done, then at least we don't have to worry about them. We'll leave the third one. We shouldn't be able to... Or it shouldn't be able to fire against us. That is an insane amount of fire damage. Nearly one volley there. Right, arrow towers are done. That is one less thing to worry about. And then I want all my spears up. Of course it would have to do a few more shots, wouldn't it? Before it bloody dies. Or destroyed.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
Right, let's move everyone up. Now, if the general, I assume, is here... Yes, he is. Now, the question is he just going to stand there and let us shoot him? That's what I'd like. It seems like it, which is great for us. Oh, now he's charging. Right,
The
stop,
general
stop,
has
stop.
been killed. Excellent.
Is he still going to stand there? There we go. Job done.
Victory. This is...
We lost 7 men. I can deal with that. We probably could have lost less. I didn't put him in shield wall until after he got shot, which was my fault. But 7 men for an entire settlement, I think, is a pretty good trade. I will take that all day long. And now we should actually be replenishing units much faster than we were. Because we'll be in a settlement, and we're actually in a region where we can replenish units. So we just want to occupy. Oh, unfortunately, it is going to rebel next turn. We definitely don't want them, so we can destroy those buildings. And repair-wise... 98, we can repair the port. Everything else we'll leave.
We are a strong people.
And here we've got missile attack range and accuracy. That's pretty good. I think we'll probably grab the second tier of that. Upkeep cost for land units. That's pretty good. That saves us about 1,500 gold, actually. So I'm actually going to grab that. Yeah, that's a huge saving. That's well worth it. But as I say, we are going to get a rebellion, which is really not what we needed. I'm sick of bloody rebellions. But we do have a recruitment camp as well in Darwinian, so that's good. So I would have expected our replenishment to actually be better. But no, then I'm thinking, I keep forgetting about the... Where is it? Yeah, the control. That really affects... Well, everything, to be fair. That is terrible. And yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. It's slowly growing in southern Ravanian. It does just mean, though, that we're going to have to keep Brand here, which is unfortunate. However, he does just have crappy units, so what I'm thinking is if we try and merge these, we can probably save ourselves a few hundred. And again, because it's just crappy cavalry, we'll disband that. We'll save a few more. He's still at 0, that's fine, I can live with that. As long as we're not in the negative. Now we're making more money, which is good. So, Esgaroth, we want a workshop. And again, we'll get one in Dale next turn as well. These would have been demolished by then, so they'll give us a bit more gold to spend next turn. One of them will be the silk building, so we can get that for trade. We've got 2 turns left. It doesn't look like these are going to attack. Now I'm thinking, if I recruit someone in Mayerhold, will they be able to reach next turn and attack this army? But I mean, are we really bothered if I keep hold of it? It doesn't make an awful lot of money. It's only that settlement out of the rest of the region, so I assume our culture is going up, but so is the Eastling clans as well. So control is always going to be really difficult to try and maintain there. And I was struggling enough, to be honest, with the settlements that we've got. So yeah, I'm not going to be too concerned with that one. I think that'll do for now. We don't have anything else that we can do this turn. Have we discovered anyone else? Mirkwood creatures are strength rank 26. They haven't got any regions. So I assume it's just this army here. There was a little army here. I imagine they're stuck there. And it's sort of, I don't know, one of those little random factions that are in the game. Extra challenge. The Rurim have now expanded by quite a bit. They've shot up to 12 regions. As have the Harim as well. They did have 4, they now got 6, so they must be winning against the Orokani tribes. Yeah, and of course, Rurims, they're only at war with us. Erebor, I thought, have you got peace with them? Are you kidding me, you treacherous little bastards? I definitely want military access, I thought we had that anyway. I'm sure they were at war with them. I cannot believe they got peace. That's insane. Dolgudo, do you want peace with me? Your strength rank 15. You should definitely want peace. Oh, as if. I cannot believe that. Wooden Realm, have we got military access with you? We do. Yeah, maybe that was stopping the dwarves. Well, no, actually, it wasn't, was it? Because Dane was just sat outside of Esgaroth. So that's what made me think we had military access. But it seems like the AI in this game will just happily trespass your lands, even though they're your defensive ally. Yeah, I can't believe that. I'm sure the Rurim were at war with Erebor. Oh, for God's sake, they've lost a settlement to Gundabad. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're strength rank 13 as well. Gundabad are strength rank 9. Erebor, absolute garbage. Why are they doing so poorly? Wooden Realm are strength rank 19. Oh my God. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I'm sure in our Gondor campaign that the good nations, if you will, are absolutely kicking ass. But in our campaign, when we need them most, they are just trash. Give me some money. I'll spend it better than you. Well, maybe not. Right, I'm going to end it here. Erebor's annoyed me now. I thought they were still at war, but they must have got peace behind my back. So it is just us against the Easterling Horde. But I think we're starting to turn things around a little bit. Our economy is growing, which is good to see. We've reclaimed Fenris Gondren. We've taken back Minas Arohir. We've stabilised control in southern Rovanion. We do have a rebellion in the Khan hinterlands, and we are most likely going to lose that settlement. But I can live with that. I'm not overly bothered about that one. And we are losing against Dorgodor in Barding's Neck. However, if they continue to leave us, we are going to slowly chip away at their army every time they attack. So I think we will eventually win there. We're just going to have to rely on the elves to push down south for a time, because we are going to be occupied with the Rurim Horde that now have 12 regions, I believe. Yeah, they've got quite a lot. But as always, hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching, and I shall catch you all in the next one.